Hi, this is your pick a card reading for the question that was sent to me by one of my followers, which is what is the situation at the moment with the virus and everything doing with people's career, career work, money, that kind of thing. I decided to do this as a pick a card because just to do it as one reading, it wouldn't be very open. So obviously lots of different people have different careers and things like that. And not everybody will be doing the same thing afterwards. So yeah, just kind of decided to do it this way. So as I explained at the beginning of the video, I'm going to do this as a bit of a spread. I decided to use this deck because just after I'd recorded the intro, I opened a drawer and the guidebook for this, the sun somehow was shining on the guidebook. So I took that as a sign and I'm using the Archangel Power Oracle. So I'm going to jump straight into the reading for those who picked A. So what the past, I think that one might be trying to get out, but we'll see. What were you doing before the current situation? Wheel of Fortune. The present. How is the current situation impacting your career? The Magician. Future. What will you do when this is over? Because I've written this down, I've put it in inverted commas because, I mean, will it be over as such? We don't know, we'll see. But certainly when, you know, we go back to work and what have you. So question 4 was, what in the past has been to teach you something? So what have you learned in your previous career? Or what has the past been trying to teach you? We've got 2 cards, the High Priestess and the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. What is the present situation and how it's impacting, trying to teach you regards career? Oh, we've got something turned over there. The 9 of Wands. And so how will 4 and 5 come into play? How can you combine these transferable skills into whatever you are doing in the future? 10 of Wands, fair enough. Okay, so to have the Wheel of Fortune in the past, I think that maybe this is for somebody who wasn't really settled in one particular set career. You know, maybe somebody who bounced about various things, and it's been because you've been trying to learn, or like you haven't been sure of your direction. You haven't been particularly comfortable in any one career path. And it's all been to teach you various things, like the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel keeps on turning. The Wheel of Fortune is about like new beginnings. It can be sort of about karmic cycles and things as well, which is why I get the feeling that you're somebody who may be gone from one career to another without really, you know, like nothing ever felt really fulfilling. So that in itself has been to teach you things. In the present, the Magician, this is about manifesting the life that you want. So at the moment, maybe you're trying to do some course of study or something that's to teach, you know, like you're getting to a stage now where you are getting a clearer idea what you want to do and you're trying to make that happen somehow. And like using the time to do a course of some sort or something like that. In the future, the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a conflict card, and it says on it, the situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome and consider taking an uplifting approach. So this to me is you walking away from the things that aren't fulfilling you anymore. So with number 4, what has the past been trying to teach you? So this jumping in and out of careers and not being settled, well, it's kind of answered itself already in the fact that the Wheel of Fortune is what came out. You've been dipping your toe in various different things, trying to get to what it is that's your purpose and what you're trying to do. And again, look, the High Priestess, it's about learning your intuition, learning psychic insights. And the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and working with others. So there's been some skills that it's been trying to teach you in working with others, because that's going to be important. Using your intuition and psychic gifts. So in whatever careers that you've been in, there has been something in them that you need to look back and try and work out, at the point you're at now, try and work out what those things are, what was in those experiences, that seem to be turning points that then moved you on to something else, because it's never by accident, it's always been a path. As like I said, the Three of Pentacles has been trying to teach you about working with others somehow. I'm just going to get a clarifier on these. It might have been to bring you across somebody that you might be working with, the Seven of Pentacles. So that's about patience and allowing things to come to fruition. Maybe you've jumped in and out of things a little too much. And you're going to need to learn to be a little bit more patient with something. Like planting the seeds and waiting for them to grow kind of energy. So, okay, so your present situation. The Nine of Wands is very much a card of being beaten and bruised and broken, and you may be feeling a little bit hopeless and like you don't have much fight left to give, like you really don't know what you're going to do. But it like literally says on it, this card, if I can get it in camera, stay determined to move forward, be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism, which is interesting. Have you been learning something about the environment in this time that's made you more determined? I mean, like I say with the Magician, this is about manifesting the life that you want, and I get a feeling that some of you have perhaps been introduced to something during this time that you've maybe been using to kind of take you forward. So the Nine of Wands again, it's asking you to hang in there. So there has definitely been an element of learning patience in the past. So the Tower, yeah, you've been feeling really, really lost and hopeless. It's brought you to a point where, and then with these cards, the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords, sorry, like I said, the path you've been on hasn't been the path for you. It doesn't serve you anymore, and you need to release it. That's what this has been about. It's been to bring you away from these things. You've had some kind of shock and revelation. So it might not be environmental activism, but, you know, like, there's been a lot of things come out, a lot of truths come out, so that would explain this Tower. And then the future, so releasing those things from the past. And the Ten of Wands is about release. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten the load, working too much. It's about carrying too many burdens. So whatever you've been doing up to this point, this whole situation has been a Tower moment to take you in a new direction completely. You need to connect the dots on your path so far and work out what each of those things in the past and what you've learned in the present. I feel like for some of you, you maybe feel like you're out of alignment in what you've been doing. For those of you that have awakened recently, you may feel like the career path that you were on is no longer in alignment with your beliefs and yourself. So this is very much about releasing those things that you've been clinging on to that aren't serving you anymore, and not allowing others to burden you as well. We're going to take one more clarifier on this. Temperance, yeah. So, temperance, it's about having one foot in one world and one foot in another, for me sometimes. It's like, there's been an awakening, whether it's an awakening to the way the world works, or it's a spiritual awakening. and it's pulled you out of alignment with, or it's not pulled you out of alignment, sorry, you've realised that what you were about isn't in alignment anymore. But you in the future, this is saying not to be too overburdened. You need to find balance with work and play. Right, I'm going to go to these guidance cards. So we had the 6 of events, which is a milestone, acknowledgement and celebration. I'm going to read out the meaning. A brightly lit room is decorated for a party with beautiful flowers, balloons and a shining winner's cup in the centre. When you receive this card upright, get ready for a celebration of some kind. The party may be marking an event such as a birthday or an anniversary of you or someone you know. You may be enjoying a bigger excursion like a destination wedding or a distant conference honouring success in business. The milestone card could reveal something even more immediate and important for you, though. You're ready to establish a new milestone in your life, a milestone of choice. Perhaps you've been wanting to start school or quit some personal pattern like smoking, drinking or another self-sabotaging behaviour. Such changes will be major milestones for you. You're ready, and this card is telling you now that it's time to celebrate your power. So, this for me is saying that it's about embracing this tower moment, even though it may feel like a tower right now. It's been to teach you that whatever you were doing wasn't necessarily in line. And then we've got the breaking trail card, which is a breakthrough at hand. You're the beginning of a breakthrough. Everything you've been doing for the past few years has been preparation for what's ahead. See that you need to look at the patterns. What patterns, like what tower moments have come along and diverted your course? What things have happened? What is the common thread throughout it all? What links it? Yeah, to be preparation for what's ahead. There are instances when the path isn't clear, and in those moments sometimes you need to break trail. In your life it may seem the path disappears. However, the only way to reach your destination is to push through. Very similar energy to the 9 of Wands. Keep going, do things in a new way. Imagine a woman giving birth. It's hard, but through her, at great effort, a baby comes into being. Something new and exciting is coming into your life. So this is about asking you to let go of what it is that it's like you're trying to keep going with something. And this has been, these events and milestones come along in order to, you're meant to take certain things from what you've learned up to that point, and that comes with you, but certain things don't. So you need to work out what these transferable skills are. I also feel with this, it's saying that you are quite a determined person, but you may be applying that in the wrong way, like you're clinging to the wrong things. Your actual determination and ability to push forward with things is the skill that you need, but it's not necessarily the right things that you're clinging to right now. Further with that card, it says, it's not about following the path ahead, but creating your own trail, which is very similar to the Magician energy. It's time to stop standing on the edge of life and take a leap. Your patience is going to pay off. Old limitations and inner blockages are dropping away. So at the moment, you're going through this tower moment where it's to remove a bunch of things that aren't in alignment with you anymore. And you need to trust it. Anything that's dropping away is what's not serving you any longer. Your patience is going to pay off, so you need to just be trustful that there is something coming in. Don't let fear keep you from moving forward. This is truly the time to allow yourself to experience the fear, but do it anyway. Something for which you've waited a long time is about to come to fruition, which would explain this 7 of Pentacles. So whatever this is in the past, this is something that you've been patient with in the past, that perhaps you need to, it's about to come to fruition. So don't be afraid, because that something is about to come to fruition with that. Don't be afraid to jump in with both feet. Your efforts will help create a trail for others. So, and then we have from the wisdom of the oracle, deep knowing. So the essential meanings of this card: intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy and hypersensitivity. Intuition is a faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source. This is about psychic skills kicking in. So in your past you have had experiences with psychic ability. Perhaps the path that you've been on hasn't been conducive with that, but this is all about your psychic and empathic gifts. It's been to teach you that. Where was I? Yeah, you're about to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people talk to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but it's 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes, they will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. I do feel with this that there's an element here of you're not supposed to know just yet what direction you're going in. That current events are bringing around this tower, but you have to trust that it's breaking trail, it's taking you in a different direction. In the past you've had all these milestones, but these have been to teach you things about the psychic world, about trusting your intuition and your knowing, and it's asking you to tune into that. And the relationship message with this card is, there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level that seemed impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul, and someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. So this could be somebody that's due to come in any time around now, if they haven't already. If this relates to a person that you know, there's going to be some milestone here, something that will bring this person to your mind and that they've got some part in all of this. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. The Temperance card is all about alchemy. So this is definitely connected to a person who you are meant to work with. Trust your heart to lead you, now magic is about to happen. And then the prosperity message with this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends, again about intuition. If you listen to them, take the risk and act. Within you there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available for you to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. The protection message: if you're an empathy overload and need to get grounded again, tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive. If you're hypersensitive, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion. This signals a time for recharging your batteries. Set energetic boundaries. Take a salt bath and empty your mind. Get back to you. It's not a time to be too open. Soon enough you can let your guard down, but right now you need self-care and self-love. To explain what's happening here, it's time to say no thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. So, I feel with this it's saying that what your path is isn't quite clear at the moment, but you're going through whatever you're going through now is to teach you what you're going to need going forward. This may be connected to a person as well. It may not be that this person is a romantic connection, because this is a work-based reading, so it could be, but we do have the Three of Pentacles here, so there is somebody in your past who you are meant to work with. In this tower, it feels like everything's falling down around you right now, but it's to create another one of these Wheel of Fortune diversions. It's to take you in a new direction. So, yeah, I don't think there's much more to say with that, really. it's about tuning into your intuition and finding out the truth that you know inside you with this and what it's all about. So yeah, that was A.